Divine Connections Magazine. Get major exposure for your business. Is someone looking for your service? Do you need networking? Are you a gospel artist or a ministry? Do you have a major event that you want to promote? Divine Connections Magazine has the solution for you. We can distribute to residents, businesses, churches, and online. Don't miss this opportunity to expand your marketing locally and around the world. Find out more about us at divineconnectionsmagazine.com. Get your spot in the next issue of Divine Connections Magazine by emailing us for details at divineconnectionsmagazine@gmail.com.
Make sure to like us on Facebook at Divine Connections Marketing. Follow us on Instagram at Divine Connections.
Let's get
Hello and welcome to the fabulous world of Dream Builders Realty, where we are fulfilling dreams and lifestyles. My name is Trish Adams and I'm the owner-operator, and I have a fabulous team here to help you with your real estate needs. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate, we're here to help you. If you need questions on down payment assistance, if you have credit that's not so great but you need some help with that, we're here. We are your go-to people. So please feel free to reach out and we can help you with any of those needs. And you can contact any of our fabulous agents at 336-770-2712.
Dream Builders!
Great day, everyone. This is Dolores Williams with Divine Connections Magazine. Welcome, everyone. Make sure to like and share this broadcast. We're going to have a phenomenal time today, but I want to share a little bit of what's going on with Divine Connections news right now. So Divine Connection is a magazine that comes out quarterly in print as well as online. We connect with different gospel artists, pastors, entrepreneurs, authors, anybody that's doing something positive in the community. Make sure to connect with us on social media platforms at Facebook at Divine Connections Marketing, and then Instagram at Divine Connections, and then also with our YouTube channel at The Divine Connections. And so the magazine is out. I did a special for the mothers for Mother's Day. So we have over 40 stories of why their mom is the best mom ever. Make sure you get a copy of that. And then we also have our current magazine as well, where we have different entrepreneurs, resources, and great things going on. So you can find those magazines at divineconnectionsmagazine.com/subscriptions. Okay, so make sure you get a copy with that. Next Divine Connection news is the event is coming up September 11th, Saturday in Burlington, North Carolina. So once a year, I bring people together to celebrate the publication and all the work and the connections I've made throughout the year. And then I bring on different gospel choirs, praise dance, mimes, vendors, food trucks, and we make it happen right here in North Carolina. So if you're interested in being a vendor, make sure you text 336-338-8903 if you're interested in being a vendor. Okay. Next on the agenda, if you have a business or a ministry or a book, or you are a gospel artist and you need a 30-second or a 60-second cutting edge video, we do that as one of our services. We would love to provide that for you. For details, just send an email at divineconnectionsmagazine@gmail.com. And also you will see at the beginning and the end of the interviews sponsors. So if you would like to be a sponsor, we would love to share your information. It's a 30-second spot. It will be on before or after the interviews that I have on Wednesdays, and I have my interviews from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. every Wednesday Eastern Standard Time. So if you would like to be a part of that, it's just a 3-month agreement, and we would love to help promote your business with using a 30-second commercial on the show as well. And so if you're interested, this is June. The next magazine is actually about to come out very, very soon. So if you're interested, make sure you email me at divineconnectionsmagazine.com@gmail.com. Divine Connections Magazine @gmail.com to let me know that you're interested, and you can do a half page or a full page, and I can give you details for that as well. So I am definitely excited about what's going on with Divine Connections News. But today, I'm greatly excited because we have not one, not two, but three special guests that is coming on today. They are authors and they have collaborated. And so it's called Overcomer. And so I have the visionary is here and two other authors as well. So let us introduce and welcome our guests. Welcome, ladies. Welcome.
Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Doing great. Thank you.
Hello.
Hi, great day, everybody. This is Miss Crumbly, Mariah, and Miss Bernice. And Miss Crumbly is the visionary of Overcomers, and they have, I'm gonna let her tell the story, but I think they have over 20 some authors that came together to do a book, and they are launching as of right now. And so I'm gonna let you tell a little bit about yourself and where you're from, and then we'll go from there.
All right. Thank you so much. First of all,
You're welcome.
I'm excited to be here. Thank you so much, Dolores.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
my name is Weiner Crumbly, and I'm born and raised in the UK. I am a wife. I am a mother of two adult children, 30 and 25. And then we also raise and are guardians to our twin nephews. I am a 30-year veteran in the healthcare field. And more recently, I came into the entrepreneurial space and I own the business called Hers by Weiner. And Hers is an acronym for having every reason to smile. Because I believe that once we pull from the power that God has given us, everybody has the reason to smile. So that is my business. And I am, yes, the visionary of Overcomers.
Awesome, awesome. And where are you from?
I am from the UK, but I live in
Oh,
Charlotte, North Carolina.
awesome, awesome, awesome. Well, we're glad to have you here.
Thank
It's
you.
so wonderful. Thank you. So, Miss Mariah,
Yes.
since you're unmuted, go ahead and introduce yourself and tell everybody who you are and where you're from and what you do.
I'm I'm Mariah Marie Jerido, and I live here in Atlanta, Georgia. And I'm also an author. I'm the owner of 4 magazines, and I am the CEO of on my own network on Roku, MJ Network as well. And I'm on modeling management agency. And so, it's just a different variety of things that I am, but I am very honored to be a part of the Overcomer amazing book with Weena.
Awesome, awesome. Welcome, welcome. Another magazine publisher on the line. Excited about that as well. And author. So glad to have you on. And Miss
Thank
Bernice,
you.
you are very welcome. Miss Bernice, introduce yourself and tell everybody who you are and where you're from and what you do. You're on mute. There we go. Oh,
I am Bernice Smith. I live in Washington, D.C. I am the mother of 9 children, 6 boys, 3 girls. And I also have 9 grandchildren and one on the way.
all
I
right.
am an advocate. I own a small business called Lady B Designs. I'm also caregiver for my grandfather.
Hmm. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So, thank you, ladies. So, we're gonna share about your story. So, Miss Crumley, we'll start with you first and tell about your story and what you have contributed to the other comments. And if the other ladies could just mute so we can just have a clear background if you don't mind while she's talking, and I'll do the same.
Okay, so Overcomers. So it was birthed mainly because I believe that women are incredibly powerful, but some of us don't truly step out on purpose or step out of the box, if you will. So when I started this journey, it really was something that I was writing for myself as an independent author. And because of my job at the time, I just found I had very little time to get it done. And so I opened it up to several women to get in there and write a chapter of their life on faith, hope, resiliency, and love. And basically, I had an overwhelming response. I was so incredibly grateful. My coaching program has everything to do with women sharing their story, becoming bolder as they walk out and live their life on purpose. So this kind of morphed itself into an anthology. And some of the ladies I met online in a group that I have, some I met from referrals, some are family. So my story that I shared within the book has everything to do with just really being built to last. So that is the title of my chapter. And it's called Built to Last because as I came through this life journey, there's certain things that I had to overcome. And, you know, part of it has to do with my marriage. Part of it has to do with raising children. So really just sharing a portion of what I came through and how I am still standing and God is still blessing. And I have overcome so much, just like these other ladies who were transparent and shared, you know, a chapter of their life too. So I'm so excited about folks getting the opportunity to read more about this. And you know, really, I have a grandbaby. She's 1 now, and I'm so excited that, you know, there is going to be a time where she'll be able to read our book. And not just my grandchild, but others, you know, other grandchildren and children into the future. So this is just really legacy, I think, for each one of us as ladies, where we are stepping out of the box, we are standing on purpose, and we are giving, you know, others hope that they can do the same.
Awesome, awesome. Love that because a lot of times we women may not talk about things that we go through. I know we try to, um, go down where everything can look good, but there's so much, that we may or may not talk about. So I'm loving what you do. So we'll get a little bit more into it. And so you can mute out if you don't mind. And then Miss Bernice, I'll let you go next and we can talk about what you add to Overcomer.
Well, I'm truly thankful for Miss Crumbly because she helped me step out of my box. Basically, my chapter in the book is called From Her Mother's Womb, and it initially came from a question I had for God, and I asked him why. And his answer to me was, I saved you even from your mother's womb. So all my storms, all my situations, everything I've been through, basically, he let me know that it was for a purpose. And now I'm walking in that purpose, being a part of this book. So it has been a great journey for me to be transparent. And that's what I always talk about, being transparent, sharing your story. But fear kept me from doing a lot of those things. So by me taking part in this book, it definitely freed a part of me and it awakened a part of me so that I can move forward in my calling. Also that my children will have something to say, okay, this is what my mom did. They saw me being a mother, but there's so much more to me. And this is truly a part of my testimony, but only the beginning. So it's been a great journey for me. And I'm truly looking forward to what God is going to do in my life. And I truly thank Miss Crumbly for the opportunity. I'm really emotional about this because this is proving to me God is a promise keeper. It doesn't matter what you go through, he will keep his promise. And it's not in our time, but in his.
Amen and amen. And you are being a definitely inspiration to your family and others that are listening and others that are reading the book. So thank you for stepping out and being bold and to share your experience with others as well.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. All right, and let's Miss Mariah, if you don't mind sharing with us how you are part.
Well, my part in the book, I usually just say my story because I always had different things that I encounter on my journey in my life. So I love sharing my story. And I also know I have a purpose. And, with God bringing me back to life for a second chance after being in a car accident, in a coma for 2 months, hospitalized 3 months. And I had to learn how to read, walk, write, and talk all over. I felt like I had to share that story to give other people hope that God is real and God, is there with you when you go through things. And then, being a single parent, raising 5 children, 9 grandbabies, I just felt like I had a purpose to really get out here and help other single mothers, just sharing my story or things that I've been through in life, ups and downs, trials and tribulations, and, domestic violence, and always was going through in my relationships or even in my marriage when I was married back then. So I just had so much to tell and wanted to bring things out instead of it being a secret, especially when it came to being molested by 3 different people on my journey when I was a child and teenager. And I wanted to share all of that because I just want people to be aware of more of what can happen on your journey, on your way up, or on your way, making a difference and wanting to help people to change in their life. So I was very honored to be a part of this book. And, it was hard for me to come back out to be a businesswoman, to be a speaker after the car accident and being in a coma. And I had to learn how to talk, read, and spell. So it was a struggle with that, but I never gave up. And that's the part that's really important. Never give up on anything you're doing to help make a difference. God has a purpose for everyone. And I know what mine is. And so I'm really honored to be a part of this book. And I'm just thanking God for allowing me to be back a second time in life to talk to people. So that was my part in my book. Just share anything that I've been through and let people see I am a living testimony. So if my story can help someone, then that's what I'm going to do.
Amen and amen to that. He definitely brought you through trials and tribulations, but
Mhm.
at the beginning of the day, you have the victory. Amen.
Exactly.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. All right, so we can get a little bit more into it. Miss Crumbly, how did you meet with the vision that you had? How did you meet these young ladies and knew they were like the right connection for you? Can you unmute first? Miss Crumbly, can you unmute? Okay, there you go. Oh, wait, it went back to mute. Unmute again for me. Okay. Carrie. Okay.
Am I there?
Yes, ma'am. You're good.
Okay. Okay. All right. So, there are people that are friends that I reached out to that I know, like me, have had, things that have happened in their life and they have absolutely overcome. There was family that I coaxed a little to tell their story. Some were not sure that they wanted to share, but once they got in it, they felt so free. There were others that I met online, and then there were others that were referrals. So it was like-minded people, if you will, who wanted more, wanted to do more, but just didn't know quite how to go about it. Um, and again, Hers by Weiner has everything to do with women stepping out of the box, stepping out of the shadows, and really just telling them that they can do anything that they want to do once they put their mind to it. They have the right mindset. They can accomplish great things. And I know for so many of us, writing is like the stepping stone to that next thing that we have always wanted to do. So sharing our stories, absolutely, there is power in that. And just thinking about the women that will be blessed and encouraged because of it, and because of these women that I have partnered with who have been so transparent. I mean, so transparent and shared so much of their life. I just really feel blessed myself. I feel so blessed myself. So yeah, so that's really how it started. That's how I got involved with the ladies that agreed to join hands with me and move forward.
Awesome, awesome. So, tell us basically what you would like for other women to get out of this book, and I'll ask each one of you. What do you want people to know?
What I would love, what I would love to know for them to know is it doesn't matter where you started. It doesn't even matter where you are right now. Because if you have a dream and you have faith that you can do and be more, then that's exactly what God will want and He will allow for you. I mean, if you want to sing, sing. I started at 53. I am 56 now. I'm an independent gospel artist. I wanted to write. I started in 2020 when I was 55. So it doesn't matter. Your age should never limit you. Your circumstances should not limit you. Your education shouldn't limit you. And even the naysayers that are in your ear that are telling you you can't do it should not limit you. And that, you really, if you get serious about your relationship with God and you trust Him and start walking in faith, walking into your purpose, it is amazing how He will align you with the right people and you will actually start to live that dream.
Absolutely, absolutely, Miss Bernice.
What what I would like for people to get from the book is to understand, as Weiner said, is that it doesn't matter where you come from. God said He'll open doors no man can close. So definitely, because I just received my high school diploma in 2017. Like I said, I'm the mother of 9. I came from a Seventh-day Pentecostal background. I don't have a lot of education, but God will sit you in places where people feel you don't belong. Don't let fear rule your life, because fear took a lot of my life, and you will have naysayers and people who say you don't belong.
Yes.
Understand that whatever God has for you, it's for you, and He will keep His promise. So when you read these stories, understand that God is a promise keeper.
Yes.
He is not only a promise keeper, He is a keeper in all, because I've dealt with so many situations, depression, PTSD, and God brought me through all of that to this point. And I know that this is not the end for me. So if you take anything, take away that He is a promise keeper. He's going to put you where you belong, and never let fear rule your life, because you're an overcomer.
I love it. I love it. All right, ladies, mute out for me, and Miss Mariah.
Yes. Okay. So, what the ladies that I think they will get out of this book, they will know to keep going. No matter how many doors shut in your face, just keep going. Try another door, because eventually another door will open. God gonna always open the door. He gonna lead you what to do. And I never gave up through everything that I've been through. I've been through homelessness. I've been through abuse. I've been through, just hospitalized for months trying to come back to life and live, and just deal with a lot of trials and tribulations. I never gave up. I'm strong on God, because if it wasn't for God, I would not be here today out of everything that I went through. And so when I got to myself, I always felt like, okay, it's just me and you, God. What do you want me to do? Because everybody else had turned their back on me. And I'm going to tell you the truth. It was God that sent the right angel, the right people, opened the doors through everything that I've been through. And then, there were times I didn't understand, why do bad things happen to good people? They just happens. Life is an experience. We're going to go through things, good and bad, but we have to keep going. We have to motivate ourselves, and we have to always turn to God. We always got to kneel down and pray. So that what got me through everything. And that was my purpose of putting everything in the book. So somebody will learn from what I've been through. And how did she make it? Well, I made it because I never gave up, and I never gave up praying, and I always have faith in God. And so that's what it takes to just, deal with this life experience that we go through. And I'm just grateful. And I just want to say shout out to Marie Beckley because she was a big part of me being in this book. Yes. And I really appreciate her. And she's also one of the co-authors that's in the book as well. So it's an amazing book. We all just share. I mean, we just threw everything in the pot and stirred it up, cooked it, and now we want to serve it to the world. So other people, can see we human, we made it, and we doing it, and you can too. And that's
Absolutely, absolutely. All right. So, well, I know everybody is wanting to know how can they get this book. Miss Crumbly, you want to share how they can get a copy of this book? I think you said there's a digital form that's out now as well as hard copy.
Right. So because it's an anthology, that means several people have all collaborated and we've done our best in terms of pulling this book together. Each one of us have an individual platform where we're selling our books. So what I will say is go to our pages and you will see our links. We will post our links so that you can actually click on it and buy from each individual person. It is also available on Amazon, but I really encourage you to go to the individual authors because you'll get a signed copy and you will absolutely get a special price.
Awesome, awesome. All right. So, anything else you want to elaborate on, and then I'll go to the other ladies and put their links out as well, and then we will share from each of you a word of encouragement.
So I want to share with women that if they're interested in writing a chapter of their story, they're not quite ready to write their own book, but they want to write a chapter of their own story, to please reach out to me at weinercrumbly.com. Starting in June, I will be looking for additional authors for a new project that is going to start. And I really encourage folks to try it. Just try it, and you'll be amazed how God will just manifest in your life.
Awesome, awesome. I was trying to get some of those messages in there. Awesome. All right. If you can mute out, and then Miss
Oh,
Bernice. Uh-oh. Did she freeze up, Miss Bernice? If you could share a word of encouragement or anything else you want to share with the audience, and then leave us with a word of encouragement as well, please.
Well, if I could encourage anybody, it's hard for me because most of my life I was a mother at a young age, and growing up in church, we all know that that's not really it's not easy because you're looked upon in a certain manner. But in the end, I know that honestly, my children saved my life. If I had not been a mother because I didn't feel like I was loved, God, I feel like my first son, his name is Davon. He'll be 30 soon in November. And that's where I initially learned about true love. And being a mother is where I had learned my connection with God, because going through so many trials, I had to get a relationship with God to be able to stand through the homelessness, um through people negative talk about all the babies I were having, but my children turned out to be a true blessing. So I know that there are other mothers out there.
We'll give her a minute to come back in. Miss Mariah, you want to go ahead and share while she's coming back in?
Oh yes, some encouragement to when you're just going through things. I really think um, you need to seek God, and just have faith in everything that you believe in that can go right. And bad things don't last forever. So I experienced that. This was a long journey of just going through things and didn't know when I was going to get my breakthrough, but I believed and just kept the faith. If you just keep the faith and keep hope alive and just keep striving and find someone that is in your corner that can walk with you on your journey when you're going through. Not all of us have someone to walk with us on our journey when we're going through, but only thing I can say is just keep the faith and stay prayed up, and never give up. Good things will come to you.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Mhm.
And Miss Bernice, you can continue.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay.
But as I was saying, I know there are many mothers out there, even the younger mothers these days, and people are quick to judge. So I want to encourage you to hold on. There's a purpose in everything you're going through every trial. God is with you. He is watching out for you, and He's building you. And you definitely just have to hold on. You have to hold on because your children are definitely a gift. And I am proud to be a mother of 9. It was at one point I would hold my head low, but they are my gift. They are my strength. He gave them to me so that I can have a reason to hold on and to fight. And I just want to encourage anybody out there, hold on. No matter what you're going through, you can be living in a shelter. Hold on. People can talk about you, your family turn their back. Hold on. You don't have all you need right now. Hold on. God got you. And I'm living proof of what He will do for you. So just hold on.
What has been your most significant experience in everything that you went through?
Um, wow. I would say it was when the first time I had to go into a shelter with my children. Um, and I just began to look around and I was just like, Lord, how did I end up here? And I felt so low because I felt like I had let my children down. And I have 5 grown sons now. Um, that lesson taught them a lot. And they are truly survivors. And they say a woman can't raise a man. I can't raise a man, but I've raised 5 good men. And I'm so proud of that. And today to hear them say, Mom, I only saw you trying when I felt like a failure. So going through that process definitely built me in a way that I can now speak my piece. I can advocate for others. I can encourage others. So definitely going through that phase with my children. And like I said, now them being adults and saying, Mom, all I saw was you trying and doing your best. That was definitely significant in my life.
Awesome. Anything else you want to share?
Um, Not really. I
Okay.
think, yeah.
Okay. All right. Miss Bernice, we'll come back to you. What's one significant thing that you've had in your life that you can remember through this transition?
Uh, Through the writing of the book, I can say truly it was telling my story because I held a lot of stuff in. I was one person who held in my feelings, everything I went through. And it was spoken to me before, you have a book in you. You need to write. And then I had a teacher, her name is Miss Aisha, and she told me as we were practicing for graduation to get my high school diploma, she said, Bernice, remember this, you weren't meant to work for anybody. So I just kept hearing her say that, stay in your lane and you're not meant to work for anybody. So that was so significant for me. It stuck with me even when I felt like, okay, I'm on pause. God, what's happening? Because I'm trying to move, but I learned that it's definitely in his time. So through writing this book, it was a freedom, it was a strength. And I thank God for placing people in my life that allow me to tell my truth.
Amen and amen. And we appreciate you sharing. And that's healing within itself when you were able to write and get it out and allow the kids to see some things you had to go through and know that you have determination, that nothing's going to be able to stop you no matter what you go through. So blessings to you. Just keep making it happen.
Thank you.
Be encouraged. Yes, ma'am. All right. Miss Mariah, you like to share?
Yes. Well, for me, kind of tugging between which one, but they both was, very difficult. One was the car accident for me because I was a businesswoman at the time too, as well, and working on my dreams and goals and shifting from, different titles and categories of my life and levels. And so when I had a car accident, it just shut me down completely from everything. I had lost my house, lost my cars, my children were spread out among people. I was messed up from my head to toe from the car accident. I was thrown out head first. So with all of that and waking up, not knowing what happened to me, and then realizing what happened to me, and talking like a baby, and couldn't walk, and blind in my right eye and partially, and that was one of my biggest situations. I just thought life was over for me. And, I had 5 children instead of twins, and, just thinking about them and how little they were, I had to fight. I had to fight. I had to learn a lot of things that was difficult to learn. People was trying to teach me how to talk and read again. And at one point I did have give up on that part and kind of walked away. But then when I got to myself, I have, been teaching myself and still do, how to, talk better, read and write. But I never gave up. And, you know, along the years, it all built back up. So that was part of my journey that was very hard. And, pretending that I was okay to people and I wasn't. I just felt like I was living a lie and I knew I was not all right mentally, just dealing with my own brain switching up on me how to act and talk. So that's a struggle with traumatic brain injury and talking. So, I shut down and got quiet and then I just came back out and I felt like I had to fight. And I did fight because I had children and I had people that believe in me and they know who I were, they knew my worth. But then, along that journey and on the way, I still wanted to be a businesswoman. And that was hard to get back because I had no money and I had dreams. But again, I never gave up. And, I'm a preacher's daughter. So, my mother always taught us to pray, never give up, and to sacrifice. And I started doing that. But then, in the transition and everything, lost my house again, lost the cars. I just lost everything but just myself. And I decided not to let myself go. So it has been a journey. And I'm writing that in another book. But all I can say is that just losing everything in life, it was hard. It was very hard for me to understand why this stuff was happening to me. I just didn't know why. I was a good person. I was faithful in my relationships, but I was always getting, abused and verbally abused, and I didn't understand. And all that mixed all together just, it just broke me down mentally, and till I just had got to myself. God had me to myself after I lost everything. Moving out of a big house and then moving into a hotel, then living in boarding rooms and then living in friends' house on the couch, on the floor. And then people had attitudes with me for no reason. And all I wanted to do was just have peace until I find my way back out and up. But I dealt with things that I didn't never had to deal with. That was people attitudes and, situations, not having money for food. And, I gave up my car and let that go back so I can have my business. And I just knew that God kept saying he was going to give it all back. I just had to be patient and have faith. And y'all, I'm just now getting it back. I'm just now seeing the light. I was just holding on. I just felt like I could have died any day out there when I had nowhere to live, and I walked away from relationship, walked away from my kids. I walked away from most of my friends. I know they don't understand me, but I'm still trying to understand myself. I have traumatic brain injury, so it come and goes who I am or who I'm not anymore. So, but I do know I am God's child and I have a purpose, and I am very grateful, and I endured everything that I've been through, everything, because now I am really being blessed, and God has really sent me a couple of angels, and just the faith of everything and cleaning my credit up, cleaning my life up. I'm good now. I'm just ready. I'm ready for anything that come at me. And that's all I have to say, just people just got to hold on, and they just got to keep the faith. They got to believe in God. They got to give God a chance. You could try everything in the world, but if you ain't try God, then I don't know what to tell you, because God is what brought me through everything. He was my source to lead me and to guide me and to put me in the right path on my journey to get to where I am now today. And I'm here again, and my birthday is in a couple of days, and my accident happened 2003, 4 days before my birthday. So every time it's about time for my birthday, I feel a certain way, but I'm grateful, and I know God got me here, and I'm going to be here for a long time now. So, yeah.
Amen and amen to that. We're definitely grateful that God has allowed you to go through what you need to go through, and that you are still here and you have a testimony.
Yes.
Up at the test, but you had a testimony. So to God be the glory. Wonderful.
Yes.
So
I never thought none of that stuff would have happened to me.
Oh yeah.
I was a go-getter, and I know how to make money, get money, and I had it going on, honey. But shoot, all that stuff I lost. Everything broke, just tore me to pieces. It's amazing of the things that can happen to you, and you've never seen it coming.
Yeah, and we thank God for restoration.
Amen on that.
Mm-hmm.
Amen. Mm-hmm. I'm not perfect, but I'm better than what I used to be. Not to say that I was a real bad person, but at the same time,
right.
When you know better, you do better.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Amen and amen. Well, we're definitely grateful for you, and grateful for you on today and sharing your story.
Mm-hmm.
And Crumbly, we're gonna let you finish up and just say one little thing. We have about 2 minutes. And so thank you guys for coming on. I would like to talk to you a little bit more. You guys make sure if you are watching, like and share this broadcast. And Miss Crumbly's gonna end with us. Go get the book Overcomer. Get with one of these authors that is on here to get your copy.
And thank you, Dolores. Thank you so much for this.
Yes, ma'am. You are very
Thank
welcome.
you.
You are all very welcome. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Okay, Miss
So
Crumbly,
the thing that I take away from my book and that I want you all to know. I'm sorry?
Go ahead. You're good.
So what I want you all to know is that for my chapter Built to Last, that no matter what you're going through in life, sometimes we get ourselves in such situations we just don't even understand what's happening. That happened to me on more than one occasion. We don't know why it's happening. We feel like God left us, like he just walked away. And it's like you could have been doing everything right. And all of a sudden, stuff just starts to happen. And you really wonder why. But I will tell you, there is a purpose in everything. And even in my story, I talk about, one of the things I talk about is the breakdown in marriage and becoming a single mother. And the scorn that I felt may not have been real, but it's what I felt for people who were looking down on me. The things that I heard about myself, that I didn't believe it to be true, but as I heard more, then I started to think, well, maybe I am that person. I had limiting beliefs. I had things that were, troubling me as a person. And then thinking about raising male children and without their father, and just the whole dynamic that goes along with that. And you lose yourself, you forget who you are, and the things that you thought were important no longer are. So you lose the big house, you lose the beautiful car, you lose friends, because folks don't know how to relate to you when you're no longer in that category. You find yourself just lost. And so even with trying to reinvent yourself, you're just not really sure who you are, but you're trying to reinvent yourself. And then you lose a part of you. I suffer from alopecia, and I'm saying this publicly because I don't talk about it, but it started during that stressful period that I was going through. And it's amazing how much that will really target your self-esteem until you realize that you are more than hair, right? So I really want to encourage people that, I know I have only a few minutes, but I want to encourage people that whatever you go through in life, there is a purpose behind it, and that you cannot give up. You absolutely cannot give up, because on the other side of that is beauty and love and abundance and genuine friendship. So don't give up. Keep moving forward. You are absolutely built to last. God created us perfect beings, and we have to remember that.
Absolutely.
Thanks so much, Dolores. I'm
Oh,
so
my
grateful. Because,
pleasure,
I got
lady.
emotional. I got so emotional listening.
Yeah.
I
I
was
love it. I
listening to
love
the
it.
ladies, and I got emotional all over again.
Yeah.
I've read the book cover to cover, and I'm still emotional. So thank you, ladies, too. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Wonderful, wonderful. And we'll have to have more time to get you ladies back on. Thank you, Ms. Crumbly, for what you're doing in the community. Ms. Bernice, Ms. Mariah, you ladies
Thank
are phenomenal. Keep making it happen, and we greatly appreciate you. You all go out and get that book, Overcomers, one of the authors on there, and we will stay tuned. So thank you, ladies, again for coming on, and keep making it happen. Thank you for being
you
my guest
so much.
today. You're welcome. This is Dolores Williams with Divine Connections with Ms. Crumbly, Ms.
you.
Bernice, Ms. Mariah,
Hey.
the co-authors of Overcome. You guys make sure you get connected with one of these young ladies and get that book, Overcome. Thank you so much. You all have a blessed day, and we'll get you back on soon.
Okay.
You too. Thank you.
You too.
You're welcome. This is Dolores Williams with Divine Connections. Make sure you guys stay connected to the number one Divine Connector, which is Jesus Christ, and stay tuned to our sponsors, and we will talk to you soon. Blessings.
Bye.
Do you need a radiant style? Come and see Delphine at Radiant African Hair Braiding Shop at 410 Four Seasons Boulevard at Four Seasons Mall on the second floor in Greensboro, North Carolina. We design creative styles of braiding, crochet, sew-ins, wedding styles, and so much more. Appointments and walk-ins are welcome. We also have a salon booth for rent. We are open Monday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. Contact Delphine today, 336-210-3102.
Divine Connections Magazine. Get major exposure for your business. Is someone looking for your service? Do you need networking? Are you a gospel artist or a ministry? Do you have a major event that you want to promote? Divine Connections Magazine has the solution for you. We can distribute to residents, businesses, churches, and online. Don't miss this opportunity to expand your marketing locally and around the world. Find out more about us at divineconnectionsmagazine.com. Get your spot in the next issue of Divine Connections Magazine by emailing us for details at divineconnectionsmagazine@gmail.com.
Make sure to like us on Facebook at Divine Connections Marketing. Follow us on Instagram at Divine Connections.
Let's get it started now.